Amen. Listen to this though. This is the Ghana Health Service. This is what they have to say.
Has become another important area, and as you can see, all the new hotspots are coming from hot workplaces, and so we need to ensure that what we do help workplaces, creating the necessary space, hygienic environment is extremely important. Social distancing even within the workplace is extremely important if you are to be able to contain. If we didn't have hotspots, the number of cases, as you can see, would have significantly dropped.
Very, very important. Very, very important. We have to be safe at work. I'm looking forward to this discussion. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll be looking forward to how it goes because it's an important one there. But it's So we got some chaotic shouts this morning. We have, as always. Happy birthday to Makodoy J at the ARB Apex Bank, and chaotic birthday dedication to Reverend Joe Kumi. May the good Lord grant you long life, good health, blessings on every side from your dear wife Kate, the children Solace, Irama, and Kobe. We love you dearly. Kojo, you've got some chaotic
I've got a few. So Fred Smith, who is the head of our health, yes, his daughter Andrea is celebrating her birthday today. She turns 12. Her last birthday before she becomes a teenager. When she will start locking her door and not allowing anybody into her room. That's right. Andrea, happy birthday to you, as from your mom, your dad, and your siblings, Kirk and Michaela. Lovely
names.
Yes, they say they love you as you get ready to become a teenager next year. Yeah, you get some for
no, I'm cool with my two.
Okay, then let me add two more. Yeah. Happy birthday to my dearest husband, Frederick Edu Amwako of the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Right. This is from your wife, Evelyn Gate, and your children. You really rock my world, and I am grateful for your love. That's the message. Also, a very special birthday to a man who never tunes out of Joy FM.
Right.
Dr. Dan Sedo. Yes, today is his birthday. Dr. Dan Sedo, one of my favorite people, celebrating his birthday today. Okay, please, can we get a birthday wish for Eunice Nyanka?
Okay.
She lives in Kaswa. She works with Kolibu Public Health Unit, and this is from her husband, Frederick Nyanka, the PRO of the Cape Coast Teaching Hospital. Maybe one belated one before we go. Yes. I'm trying to remember. Here we go. This is an anniversary wish.
Okay.
To my boss, Martha Krenzel Arthur of the Joy Newsroom. It's her 13th wedding anniversary.
We have to give her
Auntie Martha.
Auntie Martha. We have to give her a special
Auntie
Auntie Martha. You know, because we owe her. You know what I'm saying? So we got to do this one.
Absolutely.
The JoySports Center
is brought to you by MTN. Choose your own bundle your own way with MTN Flexi Bundle. Just dial *138# and enjoy bundles that don't expire. It's also brought to you by Standard Chartered Bank, here for good. So let's fight COVID-19 together. Keep calm, stay at home, and make your bill payments at paybill.mtn.com.gh/postpaid. Catchy, isn't it? Or you can pay with your Momo, Visa, or MasterCard. You can also pay via the My MTN app or contact them through any of their official social media channels for more details. Stay safe and stay connected. We dare for you everywhere you go. Now, at Standard Chartered, your safety and well-being are important to them, and so they understand there may be heightened levels of anxiety during this period, but they want to encourage you to remain calm. Just adhere to all the precautionary measures shared by the health authorities. Wash your hands frequently, use alcohol-based hand sanitizers, avoid touching your face, and remember to cough or sneeze into a tissue and dispose of it right away. Health and safety units have significantly stepped up the frequency and cleaning of their branches and touchable surfaces or platforms that you might use, including ATMs and desks in these branches and offices. So, given the protocols around social distancing, they recommend the use of digital channels, including the SC mobile app and straight-to-bank platforms, which are available 24/7 for all transactions. The good thing about banking on the digital channels is that you might just win amazing rewards anytime you transact on SC Mobile. So please, stay safe and keep well. Standard Chartered, here for good.
And here for the sports, Kojo. You know, Kojo, recent suggestion by Black Stars coach Siki Akono on having a system or platform for national team coaches to share ideas and help each other in their line of duty has been lauded by his friend and former teammate Augustine Ahemfo. Now, for him, this suggestion, when implemented, will greatly improve all teams technically.
every now and then, there should be that sort of retreat, or if you call it retreat, or to revise your notes, or that seminar or summit, whatever name you want to call it. There should be that every now and then, periodically. If it's going to be quarterly, that is fine. If it's going to be after every 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, that should also be fine. But there should be that, and then it should not only be, it should involve the whole technical directorate setup, as well as some people in charge of some positions within the SC. There should always be this. We should not shy away from bringing all of them together. And I think that Ike Akono, as currently Black Stars coach, he's giving us a very good thing for us to stand on and then forge ahead.
So clearly synchronizing our play, across all the national teams, very, very important. We need to see that cohesion when it comes to what we are presenting as national teams, and Ike Akono, the coach, insists it's crucial for the national team coaches then to work together in order to gain this identity.
We should rather strengthen those areas for them to do more than they are doing now, and that will eventually affect them by picking.
And you recently also talked about sharing of ideas between the national team coaches.
Exactly, we have to change the way we do things. But the situation is, do we all agree on that? One may say, well, what is he talking about? That is the right way to go. So that even if I see today there's under 20 playing, and I come and see watch the match, and I'm happy with one of the players, I should be able to invite the player.
Exactly.
And when he's coming, he knows exactly we are playing the same style of play. So he knows how to move.
But that was the case some time back. So we have to bring it back.
It also has something to do with the trend of coaches that we brought on board. Some of them probably have not shown that interest in that area. They come in to do their job and done, and it eventually affects us as a nation.
All right, let's do more on the Joy Sports Center. And former Hearts midfielder Lykinson is encouraging Asamoah Gyan and Suleiman Tari to play in the Ghana Premier League. What a sight that will be! Absolutely great if it does happen. Nalai, who after his career abroad played for Hearts before hanging his boots, insists the arrival of the two great players will be a huge boost to the league.
Why not? For me, I think it's going to help the league a lot. It's going to bring back a lot of fans to the various stadiums because people look up to them a lot. They have a lot of fans. So for me, and with the experience, everything that they've acquired throughout their journey, for me, I think it's going to help the young players in the league as well. It's not going to be easy because of the culture and everything. It will be different from what they already know out there in Europe. Ghana, the mentality and everything is different. It's going to be very tough, but with them coming to the league and playing in the league, for me, I think it's going to have a very huge boost to the stadium. I for instance, I'll be very happy to go and sit and watch them playing in the league.
Lykinson there. Let's see if it happens. Suleiman Tari and Asamoah Gyan back in the Ghana Premier League. That'll be really, really good to watch. Now there's more football to come on the Joy Sports Center. Let's do some athletics now. And member of Ghana's 4x100 meters gold-winning quartet at the 2019 All-Africa Games in Rabat, Benjamin Azamati grabbed 2 key awards in his first season with the West Texas A&M University. Now, after returning from the World Athletics Championship in Doha last September and outperforming everyone at the Ghana University Sports Games in sprints at the University of Ghana, Zamati gained admission to the West Texas University and within months has been adjudged Student Athlete of the Year and Freshman of the Year. Now, in the year under review, he set a new record in the 60 meters indoor and emerged the NCAA Lone Star Conference champion in 60 meters as well. Zamati is aiming for more.
I want to say I'm immensely grateful to my teammates, my friends, and everybody who so generously contributed this time and effort to go out on social media platforms to vote for me. A very big thank you for honoring me with your vote. This award serves as a motivation and then a great boost for me as a freshman. I hope to win more titles with WT and then myself also go back.
We can now hear from,
isn't he?
Yeah, very, very, very impressive, Kojo, because he joined them in January. So within the space, and keep in mind that there's been coronavirus affecting everybody, especially in the United States. So so January to March, active, and he's been able to do this. He's broken a record already. Azamati is going to do well. We have to pray for him and keep pushing him, of course.
No doubt.
Former student as well of the Presbyterian Boys Secondary School, and it flows
I
in the
don't
blood.
know why you think that matters.
That it matters so much. So let's hear from his coach. You know, the West Texas A&M athletics coach is Matt Stewart, and he's excited about Azamati's progress.
Here to congratulate Benjamin Azamati for winning Male Athlete of the Year for the Bucky Awards. Thank you to all those who voted, all our supporters at WT Athletics, and all our supporters for the WT Track and Field program. Benjamin is well deserving of this award. He had an outstanding indoor season. He only got here in January and broke the school record his first ever meet, his first ever race. I think Benjamin is going to be one of the outstanding sprinters in the history of our program, and the future is very bright for him. And I can't wait to continue to work with Benjamin and have him a part of our program.
Let's do more football here on the Joy Sports Center. Cameroon has become the latest African country to cancel the rest of its domestic league season because of the coronavirus pandemic. Now, PWD Bamenda, who were leading the top tier when football was suspended in mid-March, have been declared champions, according to the country's football federation, Fecafoot. Now, Bamenda were leading Cotton Sport by a single point, and had also played one match fewer when the championship was halted with 6 rounds still to complete. Now, it's a first title for a club from the country's northwest region, who now qualify for next season's African Champions League. No team will be relegated from the top flight, the federation added, but the top 2 sides in the second division are promoted to an expanded 20-team league next season. There's more on this on Friday in the locker room, and we'll be talking about everything that's happening there in Cameroon. But tackling will be banned, pitches disinfected, and players restricted to groups of 5 when the Premier League starts a first phase of team training.
Wait.
Tackling will be banned.
Okay then.
So you go training and no tackling.
But
how are the defenders going to?
How about in actual games?
Actual games, I think we'll work on that.
So then what?
This is a proposal. We are going to discuss it.
Tackling will be banned.
Yeah. Because the training, we don't know where you're coming from.
But this one,
so you just you just go jog and do things. Why do you want that?
Why don't they just look? If it's going to be difficult,
we'll give you some dummies and things to tackle. You go.
If it's going to be difficult, they should just play FIFA at home.
They've done the E-League. You see, the FIFA has been played already. And
the tackling will be banned.
Can you imagine?
So you're both illegal anyway. Unless you
no, hold on. So they will learn. I mean, so in training they'll be tackling.
No, so in training you just stay where you are. Just imagine, and then you'll be jogging. And you can do anything, but tackling no. You can
and then on the pitch itself.
Then on the pitch, when we have tested you, then you can tackle.
But on the training pitch, haven't they been tested?
No, that one there. Relax. We are not sure.
So you should be doing
even though you are tested.
You should be doing imaginary tackling.
You see, because even though you are tested, training pitch, you are coming from home. You see, that's why we have to quarantine you for 1 week before you play.
Charlie.
When you were young, did you play Wansa?
Oh, why play Wansa?
Maybe that should be the training. Everybody should just stand in one corner and then they'll be passing the ball.
Yeah, they will do something like that. But these are all, things they are going to be talking about. They'll have to decide all of this, on Thursday.
If there will be no tackling in the game, then I'll understand banning.
No, but why don't you just agree, admit that the football season is lost?
You see, England are looking to play again.
It is lost.
Germany is leading the way this weekend. South Korea have already led the way. Last weekend they were there. They were doing it. So England are trying to make sure that the players are safe.
But tackling will be banned.
But that is for training. And then when we get the football, you
can do the proper
program. We know that you are sure.
No, but this kind of game there, to favor Man City.
Why are you mentioning this?
No, because Man City plays part to part. So as for Man City, they can make sure that you never touch the ball.
But you realize that psychologically they are putting a certain block in the heads of defenders.
Yes.
Now you're going to be thinking twice about the entire concept of tackling. Since in your training it's banned, when you're on the pitch, you're going to be thinking twice about whether to do it or not.
Even like in the South Korean league when they started, even talking to players, you can't talk too much to your teammates. You can be rebuked for that. Yeah.
Why can't look?
And there's no excessive jubilation, celebration. No.
So if the thing will be hard. Why are we going back to it?
You see, we have to play because the TV rights money is what is holding the clubs. You must understand it. Because all players have contracts, and the contracts are running, and clubs are obliged to play. So if they are going to pay them, how do they get the money?
The players must also admit that. The players must agree.
This is the issue.
Abnormal. I will terminate your contract.
It's difficult. You can't force.
Force majeure.
No force majeure here. But whatever happens, you have a contract. with more.
Yeah, but abnormal situations call for abnormal responses.
No.
So they must accept pay cuts. Look, one thing is clear. One thing is clear.
Pay cut is not enough.
One thing is clear. Just as this room is our workplace.
Yes.
The pitch is the workplace of footballers.
Yes.
And at the very least, they are thinking of safety in the workplace,
yes.
which is important because according to Ghana Health Service, the workplace is the new hotspot for the spread of COVID-19. That's their workplace.
Yes.
So I understand that they are thinking about it.
That's right.
Whether this solution is practical or not is to be seen,
yes.
but at least they're thinking about it, right?
That's right.
So we'll be thinking about it too.
Good.
And coming up, we'll be speaking to... someone about that just before you continue. Dr. Dennis Lai,
yes.
Senior Public Health Specialist, will be joining us for that conversation. Maybe I'll ask him about the tackling. Yeah?
Very, very, very important. So these are proposals, and we'll see how it all goes. But the BBC have intercepted some of the official protocols that the players and managers are expected to pay attention to. All of these will be discussed anyway on Thursday. Katie Smith has more.
Professional Footballers Association says it's in the balance as to whether players want to come back during the global pandemic. Players are being consulted on proposed medical protocols for a return to training. PFA has heard from a number of players, especially those who have underlying health conditions like asthma or who are from black and minority ethnic backgrounds, that they have real concerns about returning to play. Here's Troy Townsend from Equality and Inclusion organisation Kick It Out.
We've got to listen to the player voice. You know, we're more and more hearing about players coming out and talking. We've had enough players show concern that it must register a concern with the authorities and also must register a concern with the government, who are almost pleading for football to raise the morale within the country. The black and ethnic minority community suffer from a high amount of blood disorders that sometimes are untraced.
That was the situation in England. Let's check out the situation in Spain, because Spanish clubs have no option than to reduce salaries of players next season due to the impact of the pandemic, according to La Liga's president, Javi Tebas. With more, here's the BBC's Joe Parsons.
The Spanish season's been on hold since March, and although matches are due to restart in June without spectators, the league still estimates clubs will lose a combined $326 million in lost revenue. Many clubs, including Barcelona and Atletico Madrid, introduced temporary pay cuts for players and staff during the national state of emergency. Javier Tebas, though, believes further reductions will have to be made, with clubs looking to their youth academies rather than making big money signings. He said clubs would have to significantly reduce transfer activity this year in order to comply with the league's strict salary controls.
All right, so that's it for the JoySports Centre this morning with Tonia, Kojo. You good? You good with me?
I'm great with you. Yes. We will allow you to leave.
You're right with me. So we're going to discuss. In fact, I'm saying we are going to discuss like I'm part of the English Premier League executive. They'll discuss and tell us what they want to do. We'll be here watching. In the meantime, we know that the Ghana Football Association will decide on June 30 whether we will continue with the Ghana Premier League or not.
But this is all about occupational health, which is very important. We can't sweep it under the carpet, especially now that workplaces are the hotspots for the spread of COVID-19. Very important comment made by the Ghana Health Service Director. In fact, just as George is leaving, I want to play it again. Okay, that's how important it is. Check this out.
Workplace has become another important area, and as you can see, all the new hotspots are coming from hot workplaces, and so we need to ensure that what we do help workplaces, creating the necessary space, hygienic environment is extremely important. Social distancing even within the workplace is extremely important if you are to be able to contain. If we didn't have hotspots, the number of cases, as you can see, would have significantly dropped.
Yeah, we'll talk about that also later. As some people struggle to unpack their stuff at the ports, we will unpack the Unipass deal and what indeed has caused us to get to this point where a new company brought in to streamline and make things better at our ports is yet to start work at our two main ports, Kotoka and Tema. But of course, they are in all other places doing their work. But what's the problem in these two places? Why is it that Unipass has had such a spluttering start? And also, what is the situation with GCNet and West Blue? They've been brought back in, but for how long? That and more. Also, our friends from the COVID-19 Private Sector Fund passed through to give us an update. In fact, we will go to the construction site. Nimwa will be there to tell us how things are progressing. But before all of that, to tackle or not to tackle in the workplace. That and more after these.